All right, now we're doing top 10 smartest people. We're going to do the top 10 smartest people in history. Welcome to the podcast for the common folk by the common folk. All right, so I'm obviously at the top, okay? So this is really a top 11 list more than it is a top 10 list. But then, what are you going to do about it, right? So number 2, you know what? No, let's go to the bottom, and then we'll work up to me. Okay, so here we go. Number 10, Marie Curie. There's a woman on the top 10 list. I'm just kidding. It doesn't matter if you're the smartest. Best woman scientist by far. Rest doesn't even come close. Well, she discovered radiation and what it can do to you and witnessed firsthand that she ain't dead. Marie Curie discovered several elements, including the X-ray. X-rays... No, several elements and the X-ray. Yeah. Several elements that were radiated and caused her hair to fall out and her to look like a fucking ghoul from Fallout in apocalypse mode. Okay, so she wasn't that smart. She should have known that this makes me feel sick and throw up a lot. Maybe there's something wrong with this. I don't know, but I'm seeing some Russian letters in her descriptions. Wait a minute. Are you Polish? Naturalized French. What? That explains it. She may have been a good, teacher and stuff, but she was French, so she didn't know that radiation kills you and stuff. Not to diss any French people, okay? I like croissants, alrighty? So there you have it. I like French people, and I like French fries, and I want to go to Paris one day and punch a mime in the face to see if he'll speak. So, but she's at number 11. Number 10, Archimedes. Okay, so this is the dude that made my life hell because he went there and said that trigonometry was important and didn't invent calculus because calculus was invented by Sir Isaac Newton, of course, the other nerd. So this guy was like, I'm going to do something that's going to make it really hard for your life, and I'm going to teach one thing, the Pythagorean theorem, because we all like to make the joke about knowing that over our taxes every day, even though you could pick up a book or look on a YouTube channel and figure out your taxes. Figure it out, is what I say. Some girl can it. He was simply awesome. Doubt that. He is the father of the language of the universe. Doubt that. He's literally a god because he could move that by just a place to stand and he is literally a god. Well, he's not literally a god because he died. And if you know what a god is, you're not supposed to die. So he's not literally a god. But this guy he's literally a god because he could move... Because he could move the by just a place to stand and a lever long enough. Well, he is not literally a god, and you are not literally an English major. So let's just agree on that, huh? Astronomer and that? Yeah. Okay. Well, this is your vote, so, you never know. Popular vote sometimes gets the best votes, if you know what I'm saying. Wink, wink. All right. Sorry, I'll stray away. Okay, so... Arachnids kind of looks like arachnids, but it doesn't sound that way either. But okay, so he's number 10. Okay, Ben Franklin, founding father. Okay, all right. This house, he invented America. He was a player. All right, slept with the women, and he got the French on our side. See, I told you I liked the French. He all helped us out during the Revo War. Okay, so you know what? Ben Franklin's doing all right. He invented, okay, so first of all, I'm going to have to do a whole nother thing on this website, because this website sucks ass, and I'm looking this up live, because I was going to do top 10 things I'm going to hell for, but it's just 10 different Stephen Hawking jokes I made to people in wheelchairs in public. So, it was pretty short. It's funny. The jokes were funny. He didn't think it was funny, but he couldn't respond, but he couldn't laugh either. So, I wouldn't know. I guessed he didn't think it was funny, but he just had the same expression as he looked at me. And then the guy pushing around said, that's not nice. But I wasn't telling it to the guy. I was telling it to the dude in the chair. So, who knows if the joke really hit through. But I was sitting there going like, well, maybe make it more lighthearted because I owe you guys one because I didn't get one last week because I was sick. And, I really care about my viewers and stuff and my newly found Spotify viewers. Thank y'all. So please share the good love, and I know you guys will like it. So this guy commented, he invented electricity. I'm no fan of autocorrect on the iPhone or the Android, but I can tell you one thing. You can proofread. Okay, it doesn't just go, there's ways to do it. And you look like a dumbass commenting on the top 10 smartest people in the world post. And, if you can't even spell right, you shouldn't be commenting on anything that's top 10 smartest, whatever. I'm just saying, even if it's smartest anime characters, which there isn't such a thing, because anime sucks ass. So he invented electricity. The image of Benjamin Franklin is on the USA's note. Oh, this is some Brent. Oh, and then some assholes, a random person signed. Okay, so some guy who wanted people to know that he's right and that nobody gives a shit about you. He discovered that lightning is electric. You really pulled that one out of the hat, didn't you? But that's the only thing. And Ben Franklin is on USA's note. So this is some British guy, some commie, some Western European dude, because he said USA's note. It's the $100 bill. Okay? People make songs referring to the Benjamins of all races, religions, and whatever country you're from. So he would be known the deity of Cursity. I'm not saying he's a god. Cursity. What the fuck am I saying? The deity of currency. My bad. That's my homeboy right there. Everybody refers to the Benjamins, the hundreds, the $100 bills. Okay? All right? That's the homeboy. All right? The player that saved the United States by sleeping with the right people. That's the definition of the American dream. At least that's how I perceive it. I'm, failing at that part of the dream at the moment. I have my ups and downs. But you know what? This guy's dope. Did a lot of smart shit, invented the printing press, print a lot of shit, talked to a lot of people, drank a lot of wine, drank a lot of whiskey, fucked a lot of bitches, Ben Franklin, living the life. He's referenced just about every song across everything. Coming up at number 8 is Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, I thought that was the guy that painted. Yes, it was an Italian polymath, I don't even know what that means, whose area of interest were included invention, painting, and sculpting. Okay. He invented the helicopter robot. I'm not sure you can give him that credit. He was so much ahead of its time, it's surreal. Well, you don't know what the people were in his time because y'all are sitting out here telling me that New Mexico isn't even a state, or that the popular vote mob rule should determine democracy, or that fidget spinners should be a form of currency, or, y'all say some stupid shit, so you shouldn't say he's ahead of his time, because I'm not really sure that as a group we've progressed. I know certain individuals have. I mean, I couldn't paint a Mona Lisa, but, let's keep that in mind. He needs to be at the top. No, he doesn't. He's not American, so he can stick there in his Italian little ass or French ass or whatever during the Renaissance time period that he came from. All modern-day things are based on his inventions. He did all that before Newton, Einstein, and all others. Well, Newton invented his own shit, so it didn't even matter what he did before Newton. And Einstein, had better technology, but, you don't hear, you think Leonardo da Vinci, you think Tom Hanks movie, and you think that picture with the lady that looks unhappy but no eyebrows. Okay, so she should have taken a pic from today's ghetto girls and drawn on her eyebrows. Not saying you're ghetto if you're drawing on your eyebrows, just simply saying that, that it's a primarily ghetto thing. And not ghetto isn't bad, just ghetto isn't ghetto, like a style, you know what I mean? Like gangster rap. How many of those are actually gangsters? Most of them probably grew up in apartments or some shit, So shut your hell up and go back to your house where you pack your lunch every day, mister. Anyways, number 7, Thomas Edison. That is my homeboy. Okay, so Edison and his little buddy Tesla, they had some falling out, but here's why Edison's more popular than Tesla. Because Tesla's like, I'm going to invent shit, and it deserves to be free for everybody, like a goddamn socialist. Alrighty? Now, okay, Thomas Edison's over here like, you know what? We're going to prolong this. We're going to make this a make-a-money thing, because someone's going to finance it at some point, and those are going to be people that the head gains. And when you get people buying it, you get more money, which means you can make it better, and thus makes the world go round. Not saying money is everything, but certainly money is luxury. Okay, he's described as America's greatest inventor. Whoever wrote that last... He's described as America's latest inventor. So... whoever wrote that... Okay, so this is some kind of forum they said is the most stupidest and evil person in the world because he was the most described as America's greatest inventor. But you're saying an opinion on a deduction, and that just doesn't roll out because they said he was described as. They didn't say he was. This is just them taking a vote. So you're saying whoever wrote that is stupid and evil because they simply use their brain? And you wonder why kids are fucking failing math and shit in high school, and you wonder why basket weaving is actually going to become a course. Yeah, so another one says he is a horrible person. You never met him. Shut the fuck up. He was not able to listen, but he invented many things like the electric bulb. Yes, that was... Sorry, redundancy in the comments, because reading comments is the other half of this, because this is what, the common folk. Now, here's Galileo Galilei, but apparently we can't just call him Galileo. We have to say Galilee, And Galileo, what's your last name? It's like my first name, except it's with glee, Galilee. And that's stupid. He probably got bullied. Another guy played a major role during the scientific revolution during the Renaissance. He is the reason of our knowledge about the universe, sun, moon, and plants, because he had and he went blind. See, look at this. He was house arrested by the Catholic Church. Well, not dishing Catholics or something, but them and Catholics kind of had it going. They were kids were starting to disappear. Money was starting to fall in more. Little hypocritical stage in the religious area, if you ask me. It's a shame he never lived to receive the praise he has now. Right, because several hundred years later, that would have been well-deserved, as they could finally tell him. Now we have Stephen Hawking. Oh, for a second here, I thought this said cosmetologist, because people down here talking about the smartest people in the world apparently can't take the time to proofread their stuff. I know I had a big problem with proofreading, but now I can comment on it because now I do proofread. So you can take it. He was an English theoretical physicist, which means he based in, well, maybe this will happen, maybe that will happen. Not a lot of surety in his job, just a lot of guessing. Okay, and if I got paid to guess, but it's not like he could do much. He was in a wheelchair. That's not a joke. That is just an observation. He found a universe with just thinking. He didn't find a universe because we live in a universe. He thought about a universe, hence his theoretical degree. When Albert got it wrong, Stephen got it right. Maybe, because he thought about it, but did he get it right, or did he just think he got it right? Theoretical. With his breakthrough scheme ever noted in the history of science, The Grand Design. Never read that book. It was boring as shit, and there was no pictures. Although being physically disabled, he proved that a man can accomplish if he dares to hope. A man can accomplish if he dares to theoreticize, is what he proved. Not really hope. I doubt he believed in hope. He didn't believe in God. Gotta vote him in tribute. Okay. It's number 4, Tesla. Okay, so this was the guy that everybody says is better. They took credit of his intelligence. They didn't take credit of his intelligence. They took credit. Well, I guess they did. They took a business opportunity that presented itself because Tesla was too busy trying to invent. Now, some asshole maybe, could have been like, well, let's invent this stuff and, we'll give them a nice paycheck so we wouldn't have to be poor. But no, we're going to sit there and be, greedy corporatization companies. And companies can do that. I'm all for capitalism, but you do got to know that people do want more money. And sometimes they get a taste of it. Not everybody's good-hearted. But that doesn't mean every capitalist is bad either. It's kind of a hit or miss. It's like socialists, a lot of people are sitting there going, like, if you look at socialism as a form of government, it's a good thing, it helps everybody, but then also, you look at like Karl Marx or Fidel Castro or Hitler, sometimes socialism doesn't have a good track record, and that's just a visualization on that. But anyways, this guy just created because he wanted, to help mankind, and there are very few of those people in this world, so, but, he did all right. He helped us a lot. He has learned 5 languages because that helped him in inventing several different paths to electricity. And I studied electricity. It's some complicated shit invented by my man, Brent Franklin, apparently. So, his life and mindset are absolutely unique. Well, his mindset was absolutely unique. I wouldn't say his life was. His life was typical. Just a dude that got taken advantage of. So, Let's be honest there. You got Isaac Newton, who died a virgin apparently. Well, that's what happens when you invent calculus, because that's not a real turn on for the ladies. Oh, what do you do? Oh, I invented calculus. Do you hear my phone ringing? What's a phone? Yeah, there they go. So, yeah. Sorry about that, pal. Greatest scientist of the classical period. Well, his hair certainly looked classical, but he had that face like he was, a little bit funky looking. But, yeah, he was pretty smart. I'll give him that. The father of gravity. Einstein is nothing against him. Well, you don't say that, because he did create it, and if he didn't create it, obviously someone along the line would have done it. So maybe it would have been Einstein. Because they have Einstein sitting at number 2, which I think is ridiculous. I think he should be further back, because he's nothing without Sir Isaac Newton. Thus opinionated. So let's take a look at a comment, because we didn't even bother to look for description for Albert Einstein, right? So we're going to sit here, we're going to take a look. Yeah, people's comments, because this is what grinds my gears. He is very smart, but his life was just fine. You say he's very smart and his life was fine. You see, sorry, tangent. This podcast is a good thing, because I am learning grammar and I am teaching grammar to you. Know that 2 years ago today, I had an essay written for college, and my buddy took 3 hours to proofread it, and it was a 1-page essay. Okay? And now here I am, preaching to you about, how he is very smart, but life was just fine isn't really a real sentence. So, tell you what, this is why you got to listen to it. This is the very reason right here. You're witnessing the education of the common folk as we progress through this. And it's just a beautiful thing. I mean, not enough to get tearing up over, but there are very few things that make me tear up in movies. Like, for one, I would say Uncle Si at the end of Duck Dynasty got me a little bit emotional. Duck Dynasty sees finality really hit home, I tell you what. Yeah, that's about it, actually. I can't really think of anything else. Probably greatest science history, smartest person, my role model. Not really my role model. I mean, I take care of my hair better, and I would have grown a beard, and I had a mustache. But those are the things we live with. And, of course, number 1 is this kid named Tyler Stockberger, inventor of the podcast for the common folk, smart guy, nice beard, very handsome. I like this guy. Okay, very American. Hopes to be president one day. Well, I don't know about being president. I don't think I need all my dirty laundry aired. I might sleep with the porn star between now and then or something, and CNN might go batshit about it. I don't know. Also, so we'll see where life takes me. How about that? But I do know is that this guy likes guns, and I like guns, so that's pretty cool. I mean, this guy seems like a pretty cool guy, too. In my humble opinion. Irony. See, we learn. Fourth wall break as I break the fourth wall, because it's a fourth wall breaking type of show. Yeah, fit that logic in your dumb head. Smart head. Sorry, I don't mean to assault you. This is more towards if I'm looking at somebody I don't like, but you guys are hearing it because this is for your entertainment more than it is for that guy's really getting what I want him to know, what I think about him. Well, there you go. Tyler Stockberger, smartest guy in the world, followed by Albert Einstein. Fucking A. He may have done E equals MC squared, but hey, I did E equals MC Pabst Blue Ribbon, son of a bitch. Well, thank you for listening to the podcast of the common folk by the common folk. Spread this to your other common folks, and know that my YouTube channel is going up soon, and you'll be able to see hikes and how to make sweet tea videos and tannerite and how to survive the zombie apocalypse using lint from your belly button type of shit. So thank y'all and have a good day. I'll see you. Probably post one earlier next week for you. Just get another little feeder in just to fucking have fun, because that's what the whole point of this is, right? Have fun and make a lot of money. So any cool tobacco company, you can send me money and I'll advertise on here, and I won't tell anybody. I'll see you guys. Have a good day.